Hello and welcome back to Modded Minecraft 1.19, where last time we put together this automatic melon farm, and it looks amazing. It's not massive, it doesn't need to be, because, well, it just doesn't need to be. It's going to be performing two functions for me. It's going to be giving me unlimited food, which you guys can see here. It is collecting slowly but surely in this hopper minecart, and through this not so complicated network of machinery, it is also running through and producing ethylene, because yes, ethylene is what we need in order to produce amazing amounts of power using the gas burning generator, which is something that I've been trying to make for a while now. And on that note, my distraction isn't here, I've noticed. Sky is nowhere to be found, and quite frankly, I'm kind of happy about that. By the way, yeah, at the end of last episode, my house was a complete mess. I did have Sky leave a few bits and pieces because I just kind of felt like it was good, but most of what they did was miserable. It was just terrible. So like this, like for instance, this black glazed terracotta. I don't know how they got their hands on this, but it's kind of cool. It's actually kind of cool. And then actually check out their bedroom. Yeah, it's kind of cool. The water and the fire and all this stuff. Yeah, I wonder what they've got there. Oh my goodness. What's with all the lily pads? This is nuts. Oh my goodness. Oh, I cannot wait for them to leave. I've got to make it uncomfortable around here for sure. But I mean, honestly, the glowstone, like that's a really cool touch. But I'm not going to let them know that I'm actually kind of happy with that. But anyway, so back to the program. Today we're going to be making some the gas burning generator for amazing power so that we can ultimately make the digital miner, which is what we're going to be using to mine out ores and things out of the world wirelessly using electricity. It's literally the coolest thing ever. But before we get to that point, there's lots of things that need to be done. For instance, I need a couple of basic bins. I need the gas burning generator, obviously. We need a basic energy cube, an osmium compressor, and then all the little bits and pieces that go into making the digital miner. Now, I did an okay job of preparing, but odds are I missed some things. So let's begin with the basic bin. And the reason why we need the basic bin is because as you can see here in this pressurized reaction chamber, it is actually not producing ethylene. It's got plenty of biofuel, plenty of hydrogen, plenty of water. The problem is the byproduct is substrate, and substrate, it has to come out of here for it to produce more ethylene. So if I actually grab this, pull it out, there you go. See, it starts working again and it's making more ethylene. So the substrate needs a home. It needs a place to go. So I'm going to make a bin, and it's actually really quite an easy thing to make. 5 cobblestone, 2 redstone, and a basic control circuit. I'm going to shift click, and although I can make 6, I'm only going to make 2 of these. What's so cool about basic bins is that they can hold, well, a basic one can hold 4,096 of a single type of item, and it shows you how much of that item you have. It's just kind of a neat thing. So I'm going to use this instead of, like, say, a chest. Place that basic bin down just like so. And, you know, take this cobblestone back up, okay? And then I'm going to place down a logistical transporter. And what I'm hoping is that the items will eject out of the pressurized reaction chamber and go into the bin. And there we go. Okay, so we have now automated and we've automated this whole process. I'm going to just go ahead and put all the substrate in there. And now we don't have any bottlenecks except for the next major bottleneck. And that is going to be ethylene, right? So ethylene is going to max out inside this chamber. So we do need to make the gas burning generator so that ethylene has a place to go. And well, okay, first of all, I think we should definitely, I forgot to finish off last episode by Xing off the parts that we finished, but we have finished the basic bin. It is done. Now let's make the gas burning generator. Oh my goodness, I've been so excited about this for a long time. So a gas burning generator, all we need is 4 osmium ingots, 2 infused alloy. We need 2 of these steel casing. I happen to have 1 already in my inventory, so I'll go ahead and make a second. And we also need an electrolytic core, which we've made before. So I've already got all the parts for that. And we're going to mix all these pieces together, and bam, there you go. Gas burning generator. So I'm going to place down the gas burning generator literally right next to the pressurized reaction chamber, okay? And then we're going to place the gases on the front to output. So that means now the gas burning generator has received the ethylene, but notice how it's not doing anything. And the reason why it's not doing anything, I mean, it did a little bit. It filled up its own internal battery, but it actually can't continue to burn the ethylene because it has nowhere to put the power. It's smart that way. It's not going to like overload and explode and all that stuff. So to make this very, very simple, and actually I'm half expecting this to not work, but let's just see if it does. Okay, there we go. So we have officially connected the gas burning generator to the power network. Now, like I said, I half expected this to not work because it just hasn't worked for me in the past. Normally I have to use a basic energy cube right here just to give it somewhere for the power to go. And I'm still gonna do that because I do want to store power. I don't want it to just sit in the cables in the, and you know, if there's a problem with this gas burning generator, we run out of power super fast. So it's always good to have a place to store power. So next step is going to be this basic energy cube, which is super simple. We've already made all these pieces before, 2 energy tablets, iron ingots, redstone, and another steel casing. So let's come over here and make all of these pieces. All right, and everything is put into place, and bam, there we go. So if I take up one of these cables, and I'm actually going to place that energy cube down just like so. Now notice it can hold quite a bit of power, 4 megajoules, whereas remember my wind generator only produced 120 joules, right? So I mean, it would take a million years for that wind generator to actually fill up this basic energy cube. You know what? I should probably go sleep. Okay, so I'm going to redirect these cables because I do know that the power network is going directly underneath this energy cube, and I want it to connect in a clean and nice way. So I'm going to go ahead and connect it just like so. And I believe, yes, okay, I need to put the bottom on output. So now it can receive power from the gas burning generator, and then it kicks it out the bottom and back into the system. So now we are golden. The gas burning generator is actually producing no power right now, I guess because it doesn't necessarily need it. But there we go. Okay, so that is done. Gas burning generator is running, and we were able to get the basic energy cube, which is storing up 4 megajoules of power, which is 4 million, where this wind generator is actually only producing 120. So again, it would take a million years for this poor wind generator to produce that power. I'm a bit concerned. It doesn't seem like the power is yeah, it's actually, it doesn't seem like it's going out. There's probably, I find this system to be kind of weird occasionally, but the best way to make sure this is working right is to create a machine that requires a ton of power, and that is of course the digital miner. So to make the digital miner, and again, this will test to make sure our power system is working, because this thing just eats power for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're gonna make all these super complicated bits and pieces. Now, of course, some of these pieces are a little bit more simple, right? So we've already seen like a steel casing and everything, but we haven't seen things like atomic alloys or teleportation cores or logistical sorters or even the robots. Like, we haven't seen any of those things. So let's begin crafting as many of these things as we're able to. I'm positive that I don't have all the material I need to get this done, but we're gonna try. So first things first, the atomic alloy. Now we need 7 of these babies. I'm actually gonna be making 8 of them. The way to make an atomic alloy is you get a reinforced alloy, which to make a reinforced alloy, you have to get infused alloy with enriched diamond. Okay, so we know what infused alloy is, so I'm gonna go ahead and enrich some diamonds and then start the process of making these reinforced alloys. All right, so I got 2 enriched diamonds. An enriched diamond is a lot less efficient than like enriched redstone or even especially enriched coal. I believe 2 enriched diamond will give me 8 reinforced alloy. So let's just make sure that that is the actual number that we're going to be getting here. I believe it is 4 infused alloy per reinforced diamond. Yes, okay, so that is exactly right. So if you want to make 8 reinforced alloy, you need 2 enriched diamond. So in the meantime, as I'm waiting for that to work, I do need to think about how to make this atomic alloy, which is just simply the next tier up. So to get reinforced alloy, you have to mix reinforced alloy with enriched obsidian. Now to get enriched obsidian, all you have to do is get obsidian dust and mix it with enriched diamond. Actually quite simple. To get obsidian dust, you run obsidian through an enrichment chamber. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw 2 of these into here, which gives me 8 obsidian dust, and I'm going to enrich 2 more diamonds. And there we go, enriched diamonds. So now I'm going to throw the, and the reinforced alloys are done. Perfect. So throw the diamonds into the metallurgic infuser and throw the obsidian dust in there as well. And this will produce refined obsidian dust. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to need quite a bit of this actually. And upon looking at everything, I'm only going to need 4 of these refined obsidian dusts, but they need to be enriched, okay? So with 4 refined obsidian dusts enriched, I'm going to be able to turn 8 reinforced alloy into 8 atomic alloy. So this whole system works like a tiered system. Everything gets a little bit more complicated, a little bit more expensive, but at the end of the day, it's really not that hard, especially if you have a notepad of notes in front of you that keep you on track. I highly recommend doing that, by the way, just pro tip. And there we go. We have 4 enriched obsidian. I'm going to throw up. Oh, it appears that I overestimated the amount of diamond I needed. Okay, well, you know what? I might as well make more of these reinforced alloys. Appears my math was off. You know what? You can plan all day long, but until you get into the project, nothing ever goes perfectly according to plan. Let's just be honest. 4 extra reinforced alloy, that's not the end of the world. So let's throw these 4 enriched obsidian through here. Notice how it shows 320 millibuckets. That will give me 8 atomic alloy. And remember, I only need 7 for this build, but it's always good to have an extra. In fact, I probably should make a lot more than this. I'm going to be running through them like water eventually, but hey, you know what? There you go. Atomic alloy. It's purple, it's complicated, and it is very extremely powerful, especially for this teleportation core, which we'll need 2. There are 2 atomic alloys in this teleportation core. You can probably assume what this thing is known for. 8 atomic alloy. The thing is empty. We got it right. And top tier alloy. There you go. Goal reached. Very nice. All right, so back to the digital miner. I've got 2 of the atomic alloys. I've already got a basic control circuit. I say the next thing we make are the teleportation cores. They're just kind of awesome. I don't have any lapis on me though, so let me go in and grab a little bit of that. I think I only need 8, so, you know, don't have to really think about it too much. And let me shift click these, and I'm gonna make 2 of them, exactly 2, and it's a very expensive thing, but it feels good to have. Now let's make 2 of these logistical sorters, which means I need 2 of these here pistons, no problem. And now 2 of these logistical sorters, and I had the exact amount of resources that I need to make that. So I've got everything that I need to make this digital miner except for one thing, the robot, which we're kind of skipping over, but the robot is it's a little robot that follows you around. I bet you Sky would actually love that. But to make the robot, it's kind of a complicated thing. I need an atomic alloy. I need 2 energy tablets, which I should have what I need in my inventory to go ahead and just make that. And I need what is called the personal chest, which I doubt I have all the wood in my inventory that I need. Just a moment. And there we go. We got ourselves a second chest. Okay, and the personal chest is actually kind of amazing because... Oh, I selected the wrong thing. There we go. The personal chest is kind of amazing, actually. Let me just make it. It's 5 steel ingots, some glass on the top, base control circuit in the middle, and 2 chests. If you select it, I just want to show you what this thing does. I might end up like carrying one around, but it is a mobile inventory. So you can be holding it in your hand. It's kind of like a shulker box, I guess, but you can access it while you're holding it. It's actually pretty amazing. But right now I've got higher priorities. So the last thing that I need to make this robot is called the refined obsidian ingot. And this is literally the last piece of the puzzle to make the digital miner. And to make a refined obsidian ingot, I have to throw refined obsidian dust through an osmium compressor and obviously put some osmium in there. So we have one machine we have to make. It's kind of a random bit, but super important. The osmium compressor. So to make that, we need 4 infused alloy, 2 buckets, 2 advanced control circuits, and of course your steel casing. I'm going to go ahead and just make that since I already had a steel casing. Well, I probably need it for one of the others. And then this advanced control circuit is just a basic control circuit with 2 infused alloys. So I'm going to shift click and just make exactly 2 of those. And now I should have everything I need to make the osmium compressor. Now the osmium compressor is actually one of those machines that you need, but not like super duper often or anything, right? So I'm going to throw in 2 of these refined obsidian dusts and 2 of these osmium ingots, and it's going to compress the osmium into the refined obsidian dust to make refined obsidian ingots, and it is just kind of an amazing ingot and an amazing alloy. It's like a complicated alloy of mixture of osmium and obsidian and diamond, and actually it's got iron in there too. I mean, it's just like an amazing ingot. I absolutely love it. I think it looks really cool too. So, all right, so we've made these with that osmium compressor. Let's put together the robot. There we go. And now, drum roll, please. I'm gonna move all these items. We have everything in our inventory that we need to make the digital miner. Bam. There we go. All right, guys, it is in my inventory. I am super, super stoked about this. This is the moment that anyone who ever plays Mechanism it's just kind of an exciting moment to use for the very first time the digital miner. Actually, I think I've decided I'm gonna put this thing over here. I think it'll blend a little bit better. There you go. It fits perfectly. Look at this thing. Look,
hi, Klaus.
Look at this thing. Oh no.
Hi.
No.
Hi. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Is that a bee on a lead?
Yeah, that's Barry. That's my friend. Hey, I was fishing. Do you want some fish? I have some fish for you if you want any.
Oh,
You can have some of those.
Oh my goodness.
You have a couple more if you want.
No. I don't need any more of it. No. Oh my goodness. I don't need any more puffer fish.
Oh, you want more? I got you. Don't worry.
Why? I don't have any room in my inventory. Take it back. Take it back. I can't get. I can't.
Oh, I'll hold them for you till you have.
Okay.
Room.
What
were you doing?
I made something amazing. It's called the digital miner. It's amazing.
What?
Have you ever seen such a beautiful thing before?
No. What does it do?
All right, so allow me to explain. When you go into the UI, you can see it is currently idle. The check mark means that it's working and everything is fine. If you go down to the button that says config, then you can choose all kind of amazing things. So the first things first, you want the radius, which is that top left bucket or top left box, to be at max 32. That's the maximum radius this thing can work, and that's just going to tell you essentially how far this thing can mine stuff out of the world. And it's literally mining stuff out of the world and bringing it to you wirelessly. That's what those teleportation cores was all about. The minimum is the Y value that it will look at. So I'm going to say -64 because that is the bottom of the world, and the top of the world is 255. So we're not going to be picky. We're going to let this thing search throughout the entire world for, well, up to 32 blocks away. And we're going to let it mine also in Silk Touch. So I'm going to bounce back out, go back to the first menu, and I'm going to select the Silk Touch option, which is on that right-hand side. The middle one is auto pull, the left one is auto eject. I don't mess with those. Silk Touch, though, is great because one, it's going to use up a lot of power, which is going to test my power system, and it'll keep everything in the ore form, which means that next time I can actually multiply those ores using some ore tripling. So, question, Sky, what should we pull out of the world? What should we use this on first?
You can get anything?
Anything that you can mine or that's in the world. Yeah.
Lapis.
Lapis. Okay. So what you do is you put asterisk lapis, hit save, and now you can see that it will in fact work. If you wanted, let's say in this like the crazy scenario, you wanted to mine everything in the world except for lapis, then there's an inverse mode on the bottom left, right? So really would make more sense to do like cobblestone, or no, actually you don't mine up cobblestone, you mine up normal stone, but you'd put in stone and then you'd hit inverse mode, and that inverse mode would mine up everything in the world except what this filter's for. But I'm gonna put it in normal mode so that we get only lapis. So now I'm in Silk Touch mode. We have everything set up for lapis. The range is maxed out. Let's hit that start button and see what happens. Oh yes. Look at that. Look at that. And it is using up an insane amount of power. In fact, it's using up so much power, it can't keep up. Look at that. 43,000 kilojoules, or 43,000 joules per tick. Okay. Wow. This thing can't make that much power because... Okay, guys, I've talked to you guys about this before, but upgrades. You can have energy upgrades, which makes the machine more efficient. So what I need to do is make some energy efficiency upgrades for this digital miner. So for now, I can't be in Silk Touch, but I'm gonna hit that start button, and this guest burning generator will easily keep up. And look at that. Oh yes, lapis lazuli is coming into the world. It's literally being teleported out of the depths and coming into this UI. Oh my goodness, Sky, where Sky? There
Yeah?
you are. Sky, isn't this
Yeah.
the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life?
Wait, so it's taking stuff from the world?
It is, and it's coming into here, and we can take it out and we can use it.
That is so cool, actually. It can be anything?
Anything. You want to do something else?
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Gold.
Gold?
Yeah.
All right. Asterisk
Gold.
to
I want
gold.
gold.
Hit save and start. There you go.
Oh.
Raw gold is coming into the UI. Same thing, except for this time it's gold.
Oh my goodness, it's so cool.
Now, I want to do one more, because clearly this is probably the most valuable thing. Diamond. Here we go.
Diamonds?
Here we go. It's coming. It's not fast, because I haven't upgraded it. There you go. Our first diamond is in there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey. Hey. Put that back.
What? What?
Put it back. Or,
But I want it.
well, there's plenty more where that came from. As you can see, there are 277 of them in the world, and it's coming slowly. So, okay, you're gonna have to stop taking them though. I'm gonna need them at some point. Hey,
But I want them.
well, I'm gonna need them. So if you could leave them, that'd be great. Oh, guys, we have done it. We have put together the osmium compressor and then the digital miner. The checklist is done. This is the first time that this has happened since you've shown up. The digital miner is done. Who put this pufferfish in here? It's done. The digital miner is done. And now, oh, I'm gonna do so much mining. You're not even gonna know what hit you. Oh my goodness. Next time you see me, guys, I'm going to be swimming in resources, and I think I just realized why I got so much done today. It's because you were gone the whole time.
Klaus, this thing gives you diamonds.
Yes. Yes, it does.
That's so cool. I have so many diamonds now. I'm gonna make a hat.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, if you want to play along on the server, don't forget to become a gold member. Link for that is down below in the description.
I made a hat.
Good job.